Hey, welcome to the Easy Computer Fixes channel, and today is not a Mac or PC thing, it's just a computer thing. So even if you see my Mac here, it's universal. What to do if your computer freezes up? That's a common problem with computers. You're somewhere and you're just you try to move the mouse pointer, nothing happens. You're saying, oh my god, computer's freezed up, I don't know what to do. And one of the common problems that people have is that they press the power button but only for a second, and that typically does not necessarily help you. Typically on a computer, most of the computers that I've seen, when you just press a quick press on the power button, it's actually going to ask you to shut down the computer. But if it's really freezed up, then nothing will happen, or you'll just make the screen go dark, but when you press again you're still at the same place and you're still stuck with a frozen computer. So quick fix: if your computer just froze up and it's a 1 in a million shot, meaning that it doesn't freeze up every day, it just froze up and after weeks or months of uses, for some reason it just froze up. It can happen. It doesn't mean your computers necessarily have a problem when they freeze up randomly once every 6 months or a year. If it freezes up every day, you have a computer problem. A few times a week, something's wrong. But if it's only once every 6 months or a year and it froze up and you don't know how to get out of that, quite easy. You use your computer power button, the same button that you use to actually turn it on, but you gotta have and apply a little trick to it. Is that you need to hold it for 5 seconds or more. One of the problems when I tell people 5 seconds, they say, well, I did hold it for 5 seconds and it doesn't work. And people's time is quite relative, so what happens is that 5 seconds seems to be different for everyone. So really hold it for 5 seconds. And what I mean is that press and hold a button and count. One thing you can do is, 1 alligator, 2 alligators, 3 alligators. At least you'll know that you're really counting seconds. So you press, you hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, it shuts off now. You can repress the button as soon as it's shut off and start the computer again. Chances are the computer itself is gonna be okay at startup and everything's gonna be fine and you're just gonna continue. There might be some little questions asked. For example, in a Windows machine, there could be a black screen with safe mode that appears. Just choose start computer normally, and basically you'll probably be back into Windows or on your Mac. If it happens on the Mac, you see that it works also, and everything's going to be fine. It can be after you install new software. So one of the things you should think about is when your computer freezes, did you make a change to your computer? Is something new on your computer? That's one important thing to notice. If it's after updates, if it's after a new piece of software, then you know that you might need to uninstall that software or those updates before the computer works well. And one thing you need to check for is those famous mouse and keyboards that are wireless. Very important. If your mouse pointer doesn't move, make sure that your batteries are right. That's very important, because very often people call me up, say my computer is frozen up, and the first thing I'll tell them is, do you have a wireless keyboard, wireless mouse? Yeah, well, did you change the batteries to make sure that it's not the device that just needs new batteries? Especially today, they are very low consumption, so you can literally go for a year without changing the battery, so it's easy to forget that you need to change the batteries inside these devices. So it's very important. Check that, because that's another source of why your computer is frozen up. It can not be frozen up, but just the keyboard and the mouse batteries. If you have a Windows machine, one of the things that I would suggest also is that if you are into Windows and you're not sure if it's maybe the wireless keyboard, the wireless mouse, one of the things that you want to try is to press the famous Windows key right here. You see it here, and see if it brings up the menu like this. If it does, it means your computer's not frozen up. It could be a problem with the mouse or the pad, the touchpad of your keyboard, your laptop. Another feature of pads on laptops very often is the fact that you can turn them off, and some have special function keys to turn them on and off. So be careful and check that also. It's very important. So these are all little features that you should check for if you have a problem with a frozen computer. And if it's really frozen up, well, you've got that 5 seconds of holding the power button, and it's gonna shut off. It's universal for all PCs, all Macs. Holding the power button for 5 seconds solid will shut it off. If your computer boots back up normally, then you're fine and you just continue working. If it boots up and it freezes again, then you might have either a piece of software, a driver, or maybe your hardware might have a problem, and then you might have to get a tech guy to go and fix your computer. So hope this little feature on computer freeze-ups helps, and make sure that you press the power button if it's really frozen up. Make sure it's not the keyboard or wireless mouse batteries. And finally, if it does freeze up every time or very often, then you might want to have your computer checked for any problems. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy our videos. If you do, please click the subscribe button, and if you have comments, questions and comments, let us know, and maybe have a little trick of your own that you can add to our video and help others. And if you have a computer problem you'd like to have maybe a video to solve, let us know. We'll try to put a video online. You'll be helping others at the same time. And hope you come back to Easy Computer Fixes. Bye bye.